420, 420, for 20 long years. I smoked lots of reefer and drank lots of beer. Every day at 420, we're gonna settle the score. And for 20 long years, it's been 20 past 4.
Hello, welcome to 420 Live. Jeff Kravitz here. It's a new day. I feel like someone's lifted a giant brick off my head, a wet weight off my back, a monkey off my shoulder, handcuffs off my wrist, the shackles on my ankles, the chain around my waist. I am free. I'm a free man, and we're all free. Breath of fresh air. It's amazing what happens when you take someone's Twitter away. It's like they're dead. It's like all of a sudden you don't know what their opinion is. You can't tell what's in their head. They can't just extrapolate some crap. So we have no second guessing going on. Things are allowed to be like kind of normal. There's no one at the door. Henry Schultz down there in Cozumel. Well, let me tell you, Henry, you've been on my mind a lot because one thing I'm dying to do is get in the water and do some diving. And I'm thinking the next couple of weeks, I finally got my passport after 14 weeks. They say 10 to 12, folks. But let me tell you, your passport's coming up. You better send it in early and expedite it too, because I think in expediting, it probably take 3 months to get here. So I'm ready to get the hell out of Dodge. There's nothing. LA is great. It's beautiful. We have the beach. We have the weather. It's another 75-degree day out. I'm in shorts and flip-flops, so I really can't complain. But at the same time, it's not much to do. I mean, you're hanging out, talk to your friends. Do you want to get together? No. How about we do this? No. How about we go here? No. I'm tired of no, folks. I'm not a big no guy. If you know me, I'm big on the word yes. I like to say it a lot. I like to do a lot of yesing in my life. Let's go. Let's pack it up. I'm always ready for an adventure. Yesterday was an emotional roller coaster. I don't think I've smiled and cried so much on the couch ever. Just sat there all day breaking into tears. Lady Gaga got me with National Anthem, which isn't that great a song, but damn, yesterday just took on a completely different meaning and a different, it cleared the air, and even J-Lo lip syncing was great too. America the Beautiful. I mean, come on, you got to follow Lady Gaga. I would not want to follow Lady Gaga. I'm sorry. She's got one of the greatest voices out there. I also like Christina Aguilera, had a great voice back in the day. Not sure so much now, but Gaga was great. Amanda Gorman, holy crap, that she stepped to the mic. And I was like, who, what, who? And when she opened her mouth, oh my God, I just couldn't stop crying. I was just like, it was hard to break down what she was saying, but everything out of her mouth was just so eloquent and beautiful and on point. Oh my God, what perspective, 22-year-old have perspective like that? We're going to learn a lot from our youth, I think. I mean, I think the voices we're going to hear, the old men are going to shut the fuck up. They're done. We're going to shut off their Twitter. FBI's going after everybody on Parler. They have all their login information. They're going to take down all the hate groups, all you people out there spewing the hate and going on there talking how you wanted to kill this person or do harm to that person or break down this building and set this on fire. Your time's coming. But to sit there and to hear the eloquence in a young lady like that, it just made my heart grow even more. I mean, I could cry right now just thinking about what she said. So I'm not going to roll what she said because I don't want to sit here babbling. But, it just it was so full of hope yesterday. Yesterday was a day of hope. And, I have some friends that are Trump supporters. I was arguing with one today. And, they would say thing they're saying, they're going to lock Hillary up. They're going to lock Comey up. They have nothing now. All they could do is say the shit that Fox is saying or what Maddie Getz is saying, whoever gives a shit. They don't, there's nothing. Their leader, if you think about Rump, as I like to call him, because I don't like to do him dignity by saying his full name, but if you think about Rump, he was the ultimate snake oil salesman because he took everybody's dollar to the last minute. Yes, contribute. I'm going to overthrow this. There's no way at 4:00 Joe Biden is walking in that office. I'm going to be the one walking in. You see, you watch, and everybody watch. And, he couldn't even tweet at 4:00. He couldn't even tell the world what was going on in his brain. So it was interesting to see, like, he's gone quietly in the night, and like all the QAnon are all sitting around. Like the articles you're seeing now are all these people on QAnon sitting around going, "What happened to our boy? What happened to? Where is he? What happened? What do we do next? What do you do next? What do you do next?" You sit back and you watch the press conference from the new press secretary yesterday. Oh my God. What a departure. Think about 4 years ago when Sean Spicer sat in there arguing about how many people were in the crowd, who had the bigger crowd size, whose dick was bigger. I mean, that was basically Trump's whole thing, trying to prove to everybody that he had balls, which he doesn't. So, and it started back then, the first day in that press room. If that sets the tenor, if that sets the temperature for the whole thing, it is absolutely amazing what we saw yesterday, taking questions, answering a question. And just before I went on air, I watched Dr. Fauci, who announced we rejoined the WHO yesterday, the World Health Organization. And watching him talk, it's almost like someone lifted a brick off of his head, because he can now be eloquent and talk about the things that are important to him and to tell us the truth. And the one thing he said, because they asked him, what was the difference between this administration, that administration so far? He goes, the difference is 15 minutes before I stepped to this microphone, I sat down with the president, and the president said, we're going to be as transparent as possible. If we don't know what's happening, we'll tell people we don't know what's happening. We're not going to guess. We're going to tell people the truth, and we're going to tell people what's going on. And, we've been getting these lies for 4 years. Even Fox last night was like, oh my God, that's the way a press conference should be run. Oh my God, this is the way the guys who's in charge of your health should be able to communicate to us, to be able to tell us what's wrong out there and what our next step of action is. Interesting to hear what he said about the vaccines. And speaking of the vaccines, we know that Joe and the company have gotten in there and they can see what the plans were for everything. And you know what? Those books that Kayleigh McEnany was showing, they were empty. There were no words in them. There was no plan. They had no plan for vaccination distribution. And that's how come we're in the situation we're in, where the states are running out. New York's going to run out this weekend. California's going to run out this weekend. There's not enough vaccines because there's no plan. Because for the past 3 months, this guy was trying to figure out how to stay in office so he could do more of nothing. I don't get it. I mean, if you want a job, if you're great at your job and you want to stay there and you deserve to be there, then damn, you're doing a damn good job and you shouldn't be fired. You should be able to have 4 more years. But if you're just sitting there because you want the power, and all my friends out there that think that Hillary Clinton's going to end up in jail, holy crap. SDNY, you got Atlanta coming down the pike. These are all states. He could pardon himself. He could pardon the kids. When the states go after you, the game's up. Oh, God, I have so much on my brain. It was such a day yesterday. I was just loading it in with all these emotions and feelings. And, the feelings we forgot, the life we forgot, the freedom, the truth, hearing people speak honestly from the heart. That speech, Joe Biden's speech, I'm reading these scholars, these presidential scholars, and everybody's been, yes, I was here when George Washington gave a speech, because there's some old fuckers out there. And this is the best inauguration speech there was ever. And that's compared to Kennedy and all these greats that went and made their day there on threw their hearts down. And, Joe wears his heart on his sleeve. I'm really pleased with the choice. I think that he's the right man for the right job at the right time. And I really think that he's going to do things. I don't know about unifying your $10 or $20 million hardcores up there that are still want to arrest Hillary Clinton and throw her in jail. But, there's 320 other million people here, 320 million other people here. Let me say that right. And we want what you're throwing down. We want to be led. We want direction. We want leadership that's honest and talks to us like we're human beings and adults. It doesn't treat us like we're holier than thou and you'll never sit on a gold toilet. I hope he doesn't either. Yeah, his inauguration speech was awesome. But you think about the stakes, they were talking about this yesterday, the stakes when Obama went up compared to the stakes now that Joe's up. Joe is just inheriting the biggest shit show ever, the biggest unemployment numbers, our debt, everything. He has to come up with another $2 trillion and then talk, and I'm seeing about all the power sharing now in the Senate and people talking about that. So, but yes, Let me get in here with my people. Yes, Reagan, it feels free. We do. We feel it free. You heard me quote that, right? And, let's face it. You know who really won the internet? This guy yesterday. Hold on. I actually pulled up this BuzzFeed article so we could look at some of these because they're just too good. Let's see. Can I do this? Yeah, here you go. So this is going to be on the BuzzFeed, so I don't know how big the pictures are going to be, but let's see. Here's Bernie. Bernie's sitting in the cold with his mask on, just a normal guy. I'm just a normal guy. I had an inauguration, just minding my own business, sitting here trying to stay warm on this plastic folding chair. And, he's from Vermont, so the guy knows how to dress warm. He's got those nice mittens on, and then next thing you know, here, this is great. He's on the roller coaster. He's being held up in Lion King as the new cub. Here he is. And I saw a great one saying, Forrest Gump saying, do you like the Grateful Dead? Here he is on the bench with Forrest Gump. That's great. I didn't even go through these first. They're the guys from the Muppets. That is great. Bernie on the moon. He's in a painting of Surratt. That's pretty fucking epic. Bernie, you know what? He was a real star yesterday. You're right. He walked away with it because all you saw on the internet didn't matter what it. This is the best. This is the best. In Mike Pence's hair. Oh yeah, that's from Fridays, right? That's classic. On the subway. I mean, my friends are all sending him all day. Here he is on the beam, on the I-beam. Medicare for all, changed my mind. He is in charge. Oh, that's great. He's walking away with Bernie. That's great. The dude. He's the merchant of hardcore. That's great. These are great. The throw from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Here he is in the office. Oh, that's great. That's from Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Bernie on Friends. I mean, people are creative. I mean, the greatest thing about our life right now is the fact that we have the internet. Sorry you had to see all those ads there. But the fact that you had to see the internet. And now I got to find. There it is. Now we have the internet that is sitting there just poking fun at everything and having its way with all the jokes. Uncle Ebenezer, he's stepping into the freezer. I like that. Janine, I agree. Bernie was, he was running for president. He didn't win, but he won it. Obviously, yesterday he was totally funny. Absolutely amazing. Speaking of Kayleigh McEnany, Chima, what is she doing after this? Back to the strip club. You found her. I don't know, but I bet you could hire to be your press person. A lot of these people are going to go into lobbying because of what they do. They lobby. But let's see what else we have. Everybody's coming to collect. They all want the money from Trump. They're like, give it up. Oompa Loompa 45. Yes, it is amazing to see even Joe, not have the orange makeup and the white comb over and a big fat. One of the QAnon theories was that Biden is really Trump with face surgery. There you go, Robin Kramer. It's nice to see you and be hopeful and happy with friends. Amanda Gorman. Again, this was the true rock star yesterday. The youth, seeing what's coming up next. Her, Kamala Harris, all these wonderful people that are going to come up, and they're the next generation that are going to lead us. So Carla Rutherford, you cried too. Well, we dropped 420 pounds of pressure yesterday. Yeah, I do feel like it. I do feel like we definitely let off a lot of steam. And, that's kind of, unfortunately, where we are now. We're in this weird place, the people that hate, and they can't get above hating. They want to wallow in the hate. They just cannot help themselves. And the people that open their hearts and love, I mean, if like Bernie said in his inauguration speech, give me a chance. Just hear me out. And you know what? Hear him out. Because you know what? The other guy didn't even talk. All he talked about was how great he was and how I need credit for this and I need credit for that. And I'm going to build a wall. Yes. So if you're watching CNN right now, I bet you Fauci's still on there. Fauci is still on there talking about it. We just need to defeat COVID So not just the music industry, Reagan, but all industry can come back. I'd like to go to a restaurant. I would like to be able to go to a movie. I'd like to be able to go to Disneyland or Universal or any place. I'd like to be able to congregate in large groups and invite people over to my house for dinner and not tell me that they're afraid that my food's going to give them food poisoning. I can't eat your food. It's going to kill me. So there's a lot I want to change. Music is on there, but also music is going to be one of the last things that comes back. But one of the things Fauci said was, if we can get 85% of the people vaccinated, okay, it's 30 million. See, that's if you can get. I'm trying to do the math in myself in my head now. If 330 million people and 15% minus that would be 30 to 40 million. So if you can get 290 million people vaccinated by the end of summer, then we can have fun in the fall. Fauci just said this. That's what you got to get to, 85%. Now, think about it. In 100 days, Joe wants to vaccinate 100 million. That's his goal, 100 million vaccinated. He walked in office with no vaccination plan, but you know what? They knew this. They knew this coming in because you could just see that there was no vaccination plan. So I don't think Joe was sitting on his ass for the past 3 months. I bet you they were coordinating with Fauci. They're coordinating a plan because you could see what was happening with the vaccinations, and they're going to come out and they're going to vaccinate us all, 85 million people. So, oh, there she is. So as most of you know, I'm a dad, I'm a husband and a father, and it's such a trip as you get older, as things happen in your life. You have these life experiences, you get married, you have children, they grow up, you become a dad. I don't think it's nothing that all of a sudden happens to you from the moment you're born. It's something that you kind of work your way into. And today I have my oldest daughter, Katrina. We call her Kiki. For everybody out there, a lot of my friends know her. Kiki is turned 25 today, and I can see Kiki. I'm not seeing your picture anymore, but I see you in the stream, so you might have to log back in there. But anyway, Katrina turned 25 today. She was born in 1996, the day of the Golden Globes. I was supposed to go to work that day. I didn't end up going to work that day. I had to send someone else in for me. But watching the whole thing, I can remember everything like it's yesterday. I think that's the interesting thing about your kids is when they're born, you can't forget everything that happened that day. Even leaving and going home by myself and showering and, after you've been at the hospital all day and everything going on. But Katrina has been, working it out of college, living with us at the house, working in the system. And everybody, you've met her before, but say hi to daughter number one, Kiki Kravitz. Hold on, Kiki. Wait, I blew that.
Hi.
Turn your phone the other way. Turn your phone the other way. Sideways.
It's locked. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. Hi, happy birthday, Katrina. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Just went on a walk. Literally just walked back in the house. Wow. Beautiful day outside.
So you're a true California girl. All your life you've been in California. I see you embrace it, but you also got a lot of New Jersey in you.
Oh, yep. Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite what?
Like
California
place?
New Jersey?
It's really interesting. Like for me, because I came here from New Jersey, so I didn't really grow up here. But all your life you've been here, but what's on the other side too. You know where I come from.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what's your impression is of it all?
I mean, when it's summertime in Jersey, there's nothing better, but it's also 100 and 360 turn. I guess that's all the way around.
180.
So 180.
Yes.
Because it's flat. You can kind of walk/bike everywhere because it's really small and close. And then everybody just knows each other. You run into somebody at the grocery store, you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Let's go to the beach later today. And then you're at the beach. You don't really have to tell people where you're going either because everybody just goes to the beach. Where here, I think everyone's so used to California weather anyways that the beach is very underappreciated in the sense. even though I guess it is like the California bloodline over here. Everybody loves our ocean, but it's here and available. As you can see, it's January 21st, and I think it's 75 degrees outside. I
Yeah.
am sweating in this shirt.
It is absolutely beautiful. You were the first one to come with me to work.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't you go to Bonnaroo with me first? Or was that Zach?
Zach went to Bonnaroo first, but we did Outside Lands as a family first.
Or was Coachella first?
No, Outside Lands as a family was first. Coachella as McLambitz was next. Outside Lands, we went with like all of us, Melon, Ellen, on the side stage watching Jurassic 5. I remember me and Ellen dancing with a guy. I'm trying to find a spot that's not like blinding light. Yeah, this is better. There's your spot.
Perfect.
Your spot. And yeah, we have the picture of all of us on like the stairs on the side of the main stage, and we're all bundled up, even though it's the middle of like August. You're wearing a beanie and like scarves and gloves in San Francisco. Figure out your weather, people.
Well, you've got a real passion for the music, and you got a real passion for the music biz. I know you want to be in that line of work. Tell what's your impression of what's going on right now in our world as far as the pandemic goes?
It sucks. It sucks. I mean, I've had a lot of friends call me today, and everybody just like says the same thing. Can't wait to see you, but everyone's just working. So like all people do now is work. There's no enjoyment. There's no restaurants. There's no fun. There's no seeing your friends because you don't want to do anything that's going to potentially not make it able for you to continue making the funds that our government isn't giving us.
Right. You don't want to get in the way of your work. Well, it's interesting because you were working on a show called Cages, which was like a show that used 3D technology and holograms and stuff to make the performance come alive. But yes, the story was very interesting because it was about a dystopian society where you weren't allowed to have any fun. And it's kind of like where we are now.
True. Honestly, haven't really thought about it that much, but that's pretty spot on. Like it's very no emotions are allowed, where I feel like I guess people are kind of getting more in touch with their emotions now that we're almost a full year into quarantine, and nobody's scared to cry on camera anymore, and everybody just posts videos about everything that they're doing. So that's interesting, but I don't know. It's just sad. Yeah. At least Cages kind of has like the happiness of them breaking the chain at the end of it, but like.
Well, yeah, that's going to happen, don't you think?
Eventually.
We're going to get to the happy part.
Sometime.
We're going to get to the fun.
The future. Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Maybe. Well, you got to hope so.
We will, definitely. 100%.
What's your feeling about the vaccine? Because a lot of people are like, I don't want to get vaccinated. I don't know what's in it.
Bro, let me tell you about some of the decisions you've made in your life before. Get the vaccine.
Don't talk about me.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people as well. You have made some questionable choices. Everybody watching this video, you have made some questionable choices of what you have put in your body. The vaccine is not one of those questionable choices.
Well, they're talking about the fact that it's RNA as opposed, it's a different way to deliver medicine. So this isn't the traditional way that we get vaccines. It's not RNA.
Bro, aren't you guys just sick of this anymore? Like, come on.
I'm just telling you, people are out there talking. They're scared. They're afraid.
I get it. I get it. There's always uh-oh. My dog's making weird noises.
Uh-oh. What is there's Olivia. Hi, Olivia. What's your impression of our new president?
Oh, that's the best birthday present I got. That was my favorite birthday present ever, all time. My Madam Vice President and my new Silver Fox president.
What do you think about that little 22-year-old Amanda Gorman yesterday?
I think that she needs every single person on Instagram to follow her. And she needs all the praise in the world. That girl was fantastic. She was stunning. She was well-spoken. Everything that came out of her mouth was just like incredible. I really think that they need young people like that who have that insight to help push forward new thoughts and ideas into our politics and society, I guess, now.
Well, I mean, it's obviously there, but people didn't want to hear it before. And now everybody's all ears.
Well, he kind of did his first day. Everyone is saying he did it for the young people. He did all the young people things. He did the climate. He did the wall. He did, what else did he do?
Yeah, the pipeline.
The pipeline.
The
Yeah,
Muslim
the pipeline,
ban.
the Paris Treaty, and like the wall and all the other things that he did. They say were basically like young people, climate activists / whatever. That's who he was trying to please, and he did a great job.
No, they said he was bridging because he's the oldest president to ever be elected, and he's bridging the gap with the youth, as well as the racial gap, as well as the wealth inequality gap.
If you can hear her.
No, we could hear her.
There you go. Yeah.
Lulu dropping the opinion. Well, it's
Cake, and I can't blend anything because you guys are on this show. I'm trying to make my big sister a birthday cake.
Oh, sorry. Well, we're just going to be a couple more minutes, Lou, and then you can go to baking.
Fine.
Beat some eggs or something.
I can't.
She can't because it's too loud.
It'll be another minute here. Let me talk to my Kiki. God, it's just there's just so much going on. I have so much I want to ask you. What's the biggest thing you miss from our old lives?
Like basically just hanging out with my friends, just like going out and seeing people and it being normal. I don't know, to like touch other people kind of also. That's like very weird to say, but also just like being near someone. Someone brushed up against me the other day and I almost had a full-on panic attack. I was like, I haven't even touched my friends in like 9 months. Don't touch me. I don't know you. So just basic, like going out and meeting new people, you know, being like, hey, that person was really cool. I think they'd really like this friend of mine, and just be like meeting new people.
There's no matchmaking going on.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that too. But yeah, going to restaurants, going out and just like hanging out at night. Every night just starts at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock now, whenever you turn the TV on, and then you're just stuck in the house the rest of the day. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, talk about a little bit about your passion for the environment and plastics.
Single-use plastics are terrible, people. I think that our environment has actually had an incredible break with COVID because there hasn't been that drive for people. Fashion is like the number 3 polluter in the world. So there hasn't really been that drive for people to go out and buy clothing and do things like that. And everyone's kind of getting into these older kind of ways to pass the time, like sewing and knitting and making your own things. And everyone's like, oh, this is a really cool material. Let me make it into a shirt. Hey, maybe I can make the rest of it into a hat because I have a little bit of leftover scraps. Like, people are starting to get more creative because they're being locked inside, but it's also beneficial for the environment, which I think is really cool. And
well,
I think
you touched on fashion, which I have to say the fashion out there now is some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. When I went to the airport, I couldn't believe how people were traveling in their pajamas, in onesies with big slippers and fluffy hats.
Nobody cares. Why? What is there? Like, what?
Do you know what happened in the Roaring '20s? In the Roaring '20s, everybody started, like when the pandemic finished in 1918, when it got done, everybody started wearing ties everywhere and dressing up. And
fantastic when it's done. When I can go places, when I can go out, I dress up almost every day, and I go and sit in somebody else's house. It's fantastic. I love it. I like making myself look nice, but like realistically, my boss wouldn't care if I showed up in a pair of leggings and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But I like to put on like a cute outfit. Sometimes I'll wear a dress, whatever, just because I'm getting out of the house. Like, yes, it's going to start happening, but right now people are wearing a mask that covers half their face, and then they're usually wearing sunglasses on top of that. So you see a figure walking down the street with no face. It's just like a faceless figure. You're like, hey, that one looks good. What?
You're like, give it up.
Aww. Those were terrible sweaters.
You're so cute. That like the Christmas. I just
Sure.
went through, picked out a bunch of pictures. Barcelona.
No,
That's
that
where
was
you
in Sevilla.
Oh, that was in Sevilla, but that was at the at Plaza España, right?
Yeah,
In
that
Sevilla.
was my place. That's my city.
Here's at the Marina with the fam.
We stopped going there. Oh, Mac and D. Favorite people.
Dad, look at the one I just sent you. Put that one up.
Lulu just sent you one.
Oh, that's funny. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't know if I can get that. Let me see if I can just drag it in here. No, I can't. Hold on.
Oh God.
Oh, Kiki at the Sunset.
that's on a boat. What's up, Dre?
Dr. J. Before the aneurysm.
Oh,
You and Fish Dad.
I don't know where you were going.
Oh,
Love that
here we are
shot.
at Bonnaroo
That's
Boyle
got some
right here.
great people in it too. Love all those people. Wow, crawfish boil, Bonnaroo. Hey, hey, think about that.
Don't worry about what's in
Yeah,
the
if you've been to Bonnaroo, if you've ever been to a crawfish boil, don't worry about what's in the vaccine. It like really, if you've ever been to Bourbon Street and you've eaten or drinking something off of Bourbon Street, don't worry about what's in the vaccine.
Even walking on Bourbon Street could get
Exactly.
could get you sick.
Don't worry about it. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, this is when my dad died, and we at the service we had the kids all wear his sweaters.
I like Zach's. Zach's wearing the bobblehead one.
Oh yeah, that's the same one that's on the bobblehead. We have that
Here,
somewhere.
I have it.
You got the bobblehead? Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, Pops in the sweater that Zach's got on.
Doo-doo-doo.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Good likeness.
This
These
is
colors on his bread.
Telluride, right?
Telluride, yeah. That was a fun trip.
And this is Milano.
Milano.
Italy was an amazing trip. Amazing
That's fun.
family trip.
Oh, my favorite place.
That's
Zion.
That's Zion, right?
Yeah.
That was an amazing
Utah.
trip. We should do that
If anybody
again.
wants to go anywhere with beautiful outside, I would do Utah in the spring or fall or summer, like really, or winter. Honestly, Utah is just stunning. Beautiful place. My people on the beach.
South Jersey
Look,
fam.
there's
That
DJ.
house isn't there anymore.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that house
DJ.
is gone.
Jules, Amy. Who's that? I can't even tell.
Jill?
Me,
Yeah, that's
Julie.
Jill.
No, that's
See
Julie.
it?
No, that's Jill. That looks
That's
like
Jill.
Oh,
Lulu.
Jill, Julie,
You.
me,
Becca.
Zach.
And
Braden.
it's like Andrew Braden.
The whole,
That's a
the
nice
whole, the whole
picture.
fam. That was a good shot.
Where's the one that Lulu sent you? She said.
That's too complicated for me to put it
Where
in.
is that? Oh, are we in New York?
This is when you guys, yeah, when we went to the fish shows at on Roosevelt Island or whatever it was, Governor's Island, right? Or what's it called? Yeah, Roosevelt Island.
Wasn't it? What?
Oh, Randall's Island.
That's what I was gonna say. It was like Rutgers or Randall's.
Randall's.
Yes, please.
This is in the bar for English
British New Year.
The British New Year with the McLambets crew.
Oh, hi, Pops. Hey, we're
There he is,
matching.
the legend himself, Pinky
I
Kravitz
didn't even
and his
realize him and I
grandkids.
were matching on that day. Wow, look at Zach. Jeez.
The fam, and there is with Janet too.
Hey, Jan.
Fam. This was your birthday when we went down to Joffrey's like 7 years ago, I think.
Oh, Sadie sent me pictures from that this morning. That was cute.
I don't even know what that is.
We're in Santa Monica somewhere. Oh, we're on the bluffs. That looks like we're right above.
Oh, it's the pier.
Yeah. Just hanging out.
Now here we are with the Mazers in New York. That's when we went to that Jekyll and Hyde's. Here it is with Pops and Janny again, and Becca on the
The
steps.
famous steps. You know what made Janny take step photos this year?
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all went like this,
And we all like,
including Janny. It was very cute. Oh, the car that. Oh, is that?
no, this is the Rolls Royce.
Oh, I thought that was the car that.
That
you
was
totaled.
Ryan. Is this Ryan or?
Yeah, that's Ryan. Yeah.
Is Ryan in it? Oh, I'm on my
Yeah, there he
phone.
is
It's
in the
really
back there.
small.
Pretty classic. That's where we went to the Olympics.
Doo-doo. That was fun.
So fun.
Maybe they'll actually happen again and we can go to the LA one.
You think? Oh, look at the little Kiki and Eliza.
Hi, Liza. I just talked to Liza.
This is at the Olympics too.
Oh yeah.
Here we are, and hiking. You know, this is downtown LA at the X Games. You and little Zachy.
We like to do things.
We used to like to do things.
Yeah, true. That's
Well,
the backyard.
there's the girl number 4 in our family, Nola.
I don't know where she is. We went on a really long walk. She's exhausted. That's Will Rogers Park. That's on the giant beanbag once upon a time.
Oh my God. Once upon a time to be back. There you are at the Jersey Shore. I mean, you know what, Katrina? It's been a pleasure watching you grow up. It's 25 years. It went like that. I look forward to many more for you and me too.
Me too. Okay, Mom just said I have to be ready.
All right, happy birthday. Go get ready.
minutes.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
There you go. Totally self-indulgent today. Me and my fam, my daughter Katrina, 25 years old. Being a dad, it's an experience. It's an experience. If you ever had a Pressy at a fish show, you need not worry about the vaccine. How about a grilled cheese? Yes, I get it. We are in the upside down. It's kind of crazy, but you know what? That's all I'm doing right now is bonding with the fam, hanging out, good times, watching a lot of TV, smoking a lot of weed. Thanks, everybody. The Hakeems checking in for Kiki's birthday. Lionel, Max Pasamonte, Sue. Thank you. Eric Anderson, Clayton, Janine, Reagan, everybody. Thank you so much. Did I get to see Bob last night at Biden's for Clean Energy Inauguration After Party? Oh, Bob, what, Weir? Did he play last night? I didn't see that. I didn't even see the New Radicals performance. I saw a little bit of it. But how about the musical performance last night? Timberlake and Ann, I saw that. I saw John Legend. I saw Foo Fighters. The fireworks were great. Katy Perry. I knew those were all our friends on that show. It just reeked of a well-produced show, just like all the MTV shows we do all throughout the years. Last night's inauguration special, the way to welcome it in, and I know it was just biting our ex-president's ass to see all the talent step up and perform. Gaga, J-Lo, Garth, Bruce, Bon Jovi singing a Beatles song. What the fuck was that? Stay away from the Beatles. You don't need to cover a Beatles song. Just sing Living on a Prayer. Come on, what the hell? You got great songs. Thank you, thank you. We are all in this together. You see it. Dabs for crabs. I love it. Thank you, my friend Mike Falker, for this shirt. We're all in this together. It's the Jim Pollock. Our friend Jim Pollock is cranking it out. Every time I turn around, he's got a new poster. All these guys, Welker, AJ Mastay, all these guys I interviewed on the show over the years, the artists. It's amazing to see everybody keep on doing it. Michael Russick, I miss you, man. We're due for a jam. I just don't know when everybody's going to feel copacetic. Like we're talking about like when we're going to do this, people are like March or April. And I'm like, fuck. And he really like now there's the numbers are pretty bad here in California. It's not like you're like, oh, we can test everybody and chance it, because now it's like, what do they say? 1 out of 3 people has it. So there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, the shirt is lit. I'm lit. And yes, I'm feeling it. Everybody, take this opportunity to load it up. 710 oils, 710 labs. They have the hash rosin gummies I was talking about yesterday. Fucking delicioso. Took one last night and just like, sets you right. 10 milligrams. And you're like, good. You don't need a lot of that stuff. When you eat it, you get 100%. You know that. So recapping, new president wants truth, wants transparency, wants honesty. All these things are good. Anybody that looks at this and says it's not good, I don't know what to tell you. 1 in 3 has had it. Right. Yes, I have to correct that, because it's not 1 in 3 has it, because that would be a lot, right? It's 1 in 3 has had it, which is also a lot. It's going to be 1 in 2. I was 1 in 5 like 3 weeks ago, and then next thing you know, turn around, it's 1 in 3, and next thing is going to be 1 in 2, 1 in 1, and then 1. But you need the vaccination. We need to get vaccinated. You heard Kiki out there. You heard what she was saying. Clayton talking about ground screwing pressy tabs. I can't say that I've had the best decisions in my life when it came to putting different things in my body. Even meat. Oh my God, meat was killing me. I had another Beyond Fast Burger today, fast from Carl's Jr. It was actually pretty good. Beyond Meat, Carl's Jr. So it's keeping yourself healthy. If you think this is bad, you are a fucking problem. Yes. People aren't happy. People do not like to lose. I'm telling you. And the thing about Trump is he made everybody feel like they were supporting a football team. You get the flags, you get the hats, you get the shirts, you rah, rah, rah. You go to the rallies every week all over the United States. These people were touring with freaking Trump like we tour with Fish and the Grateful Dead. You know, I'll see you at the rally next week. I got us a block of rooms at the embassy suites. We're all on the same floor. See you for wine hour. See you for happy hour. Tony, what's up, buddy? Love you too. See you for happy hour. Let's line it up. Woohoo, we're on Trump tour. Wah! And then what happens? Your band doesn't die. You didn't lose the lead guitar player. You didn't lose the singer. He just lost his voice. He can't communicate. It's kind of the thing that's going to really set our world on the path of right, is that there is no voice like Trump's, never has been. And to silence it and just put him in the back there, like the snake oil salesman, I was getting on this a little bit earlier, like the snake oil salesman after he leaves town and folds up his truck, and you realize you got a bottle, you paid $20 for a bottle of colored sugar water that doesn't really do what he said it did. But boy, when he was there selling it to you, you were like, yes, this is it. I need to have that. And everybody bought it. Everybody lined up. Everybody had their $20 in their hand. And they're like, yes, not everybody. I'm just saying the people that bought it. There were people that said the guy's full of shit. It's snake oil. No such thing as snake oil. But they bought it. They paid. Contribute. Help me. Bail me out. Send me money. I feel bad. I really feel bad because people got hoodwinked and people are fragile. People are not mentally all there. You saw that with the rage into the Capitol, going in there to fight for some billionaire that's sitting there watching you do all his dirty work for him. And now people that are going to jail, never even been arrested. Some of them probably never even got a parking ticket before in their life. And now they're going to go to jail for a federal crime for 10 years. Oh, there's going to be some soft hands in jail, boy. Woo-hoo-hoo. The crop, they're just probably sitting in there, everybody in prison, like, yes, come on, bring us all those soft hands. Never seen anything like it, folks. People lining up and then taking their picture and doing the crime. And then be like, oh, yeah, I didn't mean to push the cop 3 times, 3 different cops. I didn't mean to push him. I got caught up in the moment. That's not an excuse. Trump told me to do it. Not an excuse. You're all going to jail. And, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, maybe just take everything away from people. So, yes, fresh meat, come on in. Oh, you nice little old, soft, pudgy old white people want to go out there and you want to go into the prison system. The prison system's dying to have you. One of the things Trump did, one of the good things he did, was at the very end of his pardons, he pardoned people in jail for marijuana offenses. I don't know if you saw that. That was at the very, very bottom, but he did do it. So there's going to be a lot of room in jail. All these prisons are privatized. They want to keep those numbers up. And the FBI has everybody's information on Parler, all the threats, and just writing a threat is grounds to be locked up. So all you folks kept your nose clean, stayed off of the Parler, kept away from threatening people, didn't trespass on the federal ground. Hats off to you. For those who didn't, we have plenty of fresh jail cells with freshly released marijuana prisoners waiting for you. Step right in. Right. People, first of all, when I read Carlos Castaneda, 16 years old, number one thing in that book, the number one thing Don Juan taught him out of all the lessons, the 15 to 20 books that Castaneda read, the number one lesson was take responsibility for your own actions. That's heady shit for a 16-year-old to realize that you can't say it was him. They did it. You're taking responsibility for what you do. That's the key. If you haven't read Carlos Castaneda, Get some deep shit. Get in there. Terrence McKenna. These are the people. These are the thinkers you want to be reading these days, because they're going to tell you all this microdosing. Fuck microdosing. You want to make a change? Take a fucking hit, folks. Go for the ride. Take 12 hours out of your day. Block it out. You'll come out the other side like a fresh turd. You'll be like, it's beautiful. You'll squeeze it all out. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah, take drugs. Woo! This is not your AA meeting. Even a good AA meeting could probably use a good acid trip. What the fuck? Set you all right. We have to take care of ourselves out there. We're fragile times right now, but you know what? I've never felt better about our future. I said that the day after the Georgia race, and that was in the morning. I was like, well, I feel so optimistic. And then later that afternoon, I watched the whole fucking Capitol fall. So I don't want to prematurely be excited or happy or over happy, but I am definitely feeling the change, the age of Aquarius, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the great reset, which I talk about. You hear me talking about. Not a bad thing if it's reset in the right way. I'm not talking about microchips in heads and, mass vaccinations and GMO foods and stuff like that. Although we have all those things. We have the microchip. You have the microchip. It's in your hand. You tell us where you've been, what you ate, what you thought of that restaurant. We see it all. I can even see your purchases. I see everything on there. I know. We're connected. You give it all up anyway. So what's a little microchip in their fucking vaccine? Who cares? What are the Russians going to do with that microchip? Just kidding. I don't really think there's a microchip. But yes, we're going to reset in the right direction. Sue, you're right. In the right direction. The great reset. We have to reset. Our world's fucked. What do we do? We have to come at it a whole new way of life. We have to embrace all the technology we have, at the same time remaining humanistic. If you saw the article about the Google, 2 people in the AI ethics, AI, artificial intelligence, they have an ethics department, right? 2 people fired from the ethics, and one because they released a paper that they asked them to take back. Kind of reminds me of that little lady in Florida who just got arrested for hacking in to tell everybody that they shouldn't be complicit in lying to the human race. She's arrested right now. So people are, you got to be careful out there with the information. Keep it all in there. The committed dose. That's right. Commit. The heroic dose, Terrence McKenna called it, which is where you take 4 grams of mushrooms and go for the ride. Personally, mushrooms, I think, are way strong and very erratic when it comes to the psychedelics you have to choose from. I much prefer the Shulgin, the tryptamines, the amphetamines. These are the things that are more dear and near to my heart. So anybody got any of those chemicals, just hit me up on the DM and let's talk. Moxie 5-MeO. I'm looking for some 5-MeO DMT. I have not tried the toad yet. So if anybody's got a little toad out there in the LA area, hit me up so we could go ribbit. We could toad it up together. Folks, what a time. What a time to be alive. We're sitting there watching history every day. The kids are like, Dad, can you watch more CNN? And I'm like, I can't turn this off. I'm watching history right now. I'm watching the change. I'm feeling it, and I've literally sat there crying again when I started watching the replays of all the videos too. So, I feel it. I feel our life. I feel it right here. I feel the changes we're going through. And, I can't wait till we're back at it and out of this. And I'm vaccinated and ready to rock and roll again with all you out there. And, we can hug and, high five. You did 3+ once. You did 3+, 3 grams plus. Yeah, it's a ride. It's a ride. If you've never tried the Copelandia cyanesins, incredibly strong mushrooms. There's a bunch of mushrooms with the active ingredients in there: psilocybin, cubensis, genus and species; Copelandia cyanesis, genus and species; cannabis sativa or indica, genus and species. So just another genus and species of the plant that gets you incredibly high on a very small dose, like 3/4 grams, the same thing of eating 3 grams of shrooms. And man, what a ride. Also looking for some Copelandia cyanesins. This is good. I can just use my show to ply my audience for all the drugs they have in their stash. Because let's face it, we're going to be sitting around on our couches for a little bit longer. eating our drugs and going for the trip inside, taking it in, healing ourselves, doing the therapy that taken years and decades to do. So help me out. Help a guy out. Hey, can you help me out? All right, from the junkie you love, Jeff Kravitz, Katrina Kravitz, 25 years. I got Zach coming up in 10 days. It's Zach's birthday on the 30th, 9 days. He's going to be 22. So, hopefully we'll talk to Zach on coming up. And everybody out there, take care of yourself. Peace, love, happiness. Peace, love, happiness. I got it right. Peace, love, happiness. Peace and love and happiness. Happiness. I don't know why this means happiness, but it's all I got. There's the hug. Thank you all. We'll be back here tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do, but fuck, I didn't know what I was going to do today either. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Love you.